Pins and needles, but I'm doing okay.
Doing okay? I, for one, am eager to talk about Damian Lillard in a few minutes here on the show and some of the rather puzzling things he said about me on Twitter yesterday. But we'll wait on that because first we got to talk about the self-proclaimed king.
How about you leave people alone? How about that?
How about I be honest about people like I always am?
I like the honesty, and Skip, we are very much looking forward to that response to Damian Lillard. But the Lakers did get it done last night, so let's start there. LeBron and the Lakers finally snapped their 3-game skid with an exciting win over the Nuggets last night. LeBron led the way with 29, but it was Kyle Kuzma who knocked down the game-winning shot with less than a half a second to go. Kuzma finished with 25, and after the game, LeBron said that in order to win a title, Kuzma needs to be their third best player or second best player if he or Anthony Davis are having an off night. Shannon, your biggest takeaway from last night, what was it?
I'm concerned.
Uh-oh.
For the first time all year, I'm concerned. Let me start with what's concerning to me. The Nuggets sat their entire starting lineup in the fourth quarter. And those guys went 12 of 18, 67% from the floor, 3 of 3 from the three-point line, and once scored on 8 straight possessions until Anthony Davis got a block with 1:15 left. Skip, that's not Dame Lillard and CJ and Melo. That's not Paul George, Kawhi, Sweet Lou, Will, and Trez.
Yep.
Those are backups. Those are the Nuggets' backup.
Yep.
And you couldn't get stops. Skip, at one point, it looked like Keystone Cops. They were backdooring them, and then Kuz and LeBron and AD, they looking at each other. Dion, what it's like? I thought I thought what? And it's in the basket. That was very, very disappointing because I think at the end of the day, yes, I know I'm glad to see they got their offense going, but you're going to have to get stops down the stretch. And that's what's the most important thing. Can you get stops when you absolutely need to? You're down by 1 or 2 points. Can you get a stop? And then can you capitalize on that? The positive things of what I saw, Skip, they finally got their offense going. And AD was extremely aggressive in the first half. He was crashing the boards. He was not selling for three-pointers and 20-foot jump shots. He was putting the ball on the floor. He was getting to the basket. Misses, he was coming over the top, ramming it home, as you saw it by the last shot at the end of the half. LeBron started slow but got aggressive in the second quarter. Didn't score his first basket until, 8 minutes left in the second quarter. But he had 12 points, 2 assists in that quarter. We had a Danny Green sighting.
You did.
Because, Skip, here's the thing with Danny. He's going to have to give us something on the offensive end because he's not the defender that he once was. So if he's not knocking out open shots and he's not the defender Avery Bradley is, he's not the defender he was, now he becomes a liability because they don't have to space the floor because they don't have to worry about him knocking down shots. Now LeBron has a tougher time. Now they can bring the double team a lot quicker to AD. So that's Skip, I saw some good things. They shot the ball from the three better. They shot the ball from the floor better. The offense finally started looking good. But for a team that was so good defensively during the regular season and in the first 3 games, the defensive rating was very high. I don't like what I saw and that's puzzling. And so I get it. Well, they clinched it. It's hard, Skip. At some point in time, I don't care if you clinched 2 months ago. I'm not going to just let you drive by me and put the ball in the basket. My pride won't let me do that. So where's the pride? At some point in time, he's like, you know what, enough is enough. Hold on. That ain't Jokic. That's not MJP. That's who are you? How'd you get in? Who let you in the ball game? So that's what's concerning to me, Skip. I'm glad I saw the offense pick up. I'm glad they shot the ball better from the floor. I'm glad they shot the ball better from the three. They're still missing too many free throws. Jeez. Skip, I'm concerned for the first time this year, Skip. I can honestly say I'm a little concerned.
Interesting. So we had yet another bizarre night in the bubble because I watched your Lakers play the best offensive game they've played in the bubble and by far the worst defensive game they've played in the bubble. Maybe the worst defensive game they've played all year. Seriously, right. I'm not exaggerating. Because to amplify your point, the Denver Nuggets backups play the whole fourth quarter, and if I could just detail who those backups are quickly here, we've got...
I'm glad you got a sheet because you weren't going to be able to name them by name without it.
We got Bates Diop out of Ohio State, who was a second-round pick. We got P.J. Dozier, who wound up missing the one free throw that might or might not have won the game.
Right.
I don't know. But he's out of South Carolina, undrafted. We got Monte Morris, the second-round pick out of Iowa State in his second season. By the way, P.J. has bounced around to 3 teams in 3 years. Then we have my man, Bol, who I am intrigued by and impressed by at 7 feet 2 inches tall, but he was a second-round pick just this year, so he's a rookie out of Oregon.
Right.
And by the way, at Oregon last year, he averaged 21 and 10 and 3 blocks, but only played 9 games and got hurt.
Right.
Okay. He showed me flashes of brilliance last night because at 7'2", he can actually move around. I mean, he's got kind of guard skills. No, it's impressive. But still, if he could ever put just a little bit of meat on that frame, just a little bit, but he's only 20 years old, so he's out there against a man, I mean a man's man in LeBron James, and he's going to have some issues trying to hold his ground in the paint against the starting Lakers. Okay. And then we got our man, Mason Plumlee, he's bounced around a little bit, but he's a solid player out of Duke. Again, he was a late first-round pick. Okay, so that's your second 5 playing against your Lakers. So I sit back and I think they'll pull away, they'll pull away, they'll pull away. No, 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 no. And to your point, I'm looking at what happened in the fourth quarter with these Denver backups, and Bates Diop goes 3 out of 4, and Mason Plumlee goes 3 out of 4, and P.J. Dozier goes 3 out of 4, and Monte Morris goes 3 out of 5, and Bol took 1 shot and missed his 1 shot. But still, man, they're lighting it up. They're shooting 67% in the fourth quarter. And by the way, lest I forget, I don't want to leave this stone unturned, the starters for this game, while they played, which is sort of 3 quarters-ish for this team, the starters went 24 of 38. That's 63% of the shots the starters made.
Yes.
So remember, you have Michael Porter Jr. He went 6 for 6. You got Jamal Murray going 6 for 10. Millsap went 5 of 7. Jokic 4 of 7. So they're just pouring in buckets from everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
They're uncontested buckets where I'm just saying, do you guys want to even play at all? I saw an AD sighting in the first half, but I only saw it on offense. And I saw him crash the board at the end of the half. So I got that. But then that same guy who had 6 rebounds at halftime, in the second half, AD had 0 rebounds. So his effort flagged. It just dropped. I don't know what happened. But he wasn't playing nearly. He went 1 for 4 in the second half from the field. Well, that's like bad AD. So we went from great AD, I'm plugged in, I'm here. What did he post yesterday? I'm here for you, dog, right? Well, he was there for LeBron in the first half. I'm not so sure he was there for you guys in the second half.
But he did get to the free throw line.
Okay, he did, and he made 9 of 12, which is pretty good. He missed 3. Like, he's been a free throw making machine, so I was surprised.
I think it's contagious. I think somebody misses one early, and then everybody starts missing.
Okay, so the very good news here is that your team made 14 of 29 three-point shots. That's a breakthrough, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that's contagious enough because I don't think anybody's going to